Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're having a great day. Tim here in the conference room. Want to do a really quick video because I had a conversation earlier today with one of my agents, one of my friends, and we were just talking about the personal side of our business, and it really got me thinking about some things that I used to teach on back when I was doing entrepreneurial training for the Chamber of Commerce. Now, you guys know me. I'm not an overly emotional, motivational kind of guy. I'm pretty much the here's what you should do, go do it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of guy. But there is an emotional side of our business, really any business, and there are times when there may be people in your life who, whether they mean to or not, come across to you as very negative. And by that, I mean negative in your journey to success, all right? And I don't think they do it maliciously. I think there are a number of reasons, but let me back up. When I was doing many years, I was the entrepreneurial trainer, the small business consultant for the Chamber of Commerce and the Women's Business Center here. And I met with a lot of wannabe entrepreneurs who had a business idea, and they would come into the Women's Business Center in the Chamber to talk to me about the viability of their idea and just get my thoughts. And one of the things that was kind of a recurring theme was the importance of the support of your significant other or your others, as it were, in whatever endeavor you are about to take off on. So, for example, if you are starting a business, which is what you are doing as a real estate agent, you are an entrepreneur, you're a business person. If you are starting this journey without the support of your friends, your family, what have you, it may be a little more difficult for you to succeed. You know, like me, like you, we're all very busy people. We have people who put demands on our time, our family, our friends, and that's okay. That's what life is all about. We are there to work together and assist one another. And sometimes those demands get in the way of what we need to be doing as entrepreneurs. You know, when you are starting a business from scratch, which if you're a new agent, basically that's what you're doing, you're going to have to put in the time, you're going to put in the effort, you're going to put in the money, you're going to have to focus, you're going to have to be gone from home a little bit or maybe a lot. It just depends. And you've got to make time for yourself, and you've got to make time to pursue your business, even if on occasion it may inconvenience others, or at least if they say it's an inconvenience. So looking back when I was doing the entrepreneurial coaching, you know, my advice was, you know, it can be difficult to start a new endeavor without the support of your family, but it's not impossible. It really comes down to how well you can manage your time and manage your time with the business, your time with the family. And it really comes down to whether or not the other person is truly, truly unhappy that you're starting this endeavor, or maybe they're afraid. And that's what I thought I would talk about, because I think this is something that may hit home for some folks. When you're starting out in this business, again, you've got to devote a considerable amount of time, considerable amount of effort. It may take you away from your family obligations on occasion, but that's just the way it works. There's not a whole lot you can do about it if you are going to pursue this. So if you have a significant other who is making negative comments, hurtful comments, not being supportive, I think it's important that you understand maybe why they're doing that. I hope it's not to be malicious. It usually isn't. What is happening is, as you are starting on this new venture, you are interrupting what has become your family dynamic. You know, if you are a mom and you're always, your family is used to having you around, but now you're having to go out and show houses and put out signs and do open houses, you're not only affecting your life, you're affecting theirs. And you're changing the dynamic that you have established over so many years. And that may be the disrupting factor, and that may be the reason why you are not getting the support that you think you deserve. That may be why your spouse is making comments about your business endeavors. Either, they will say things that make you feel like you are really hurting them by pursuing your business. But again, you've got to realize why people make such comments. It could be not that they're malicious or being ugly. If they are, well, that's a different counselor. But it may be that they are fearful. They are afraid that maybe you are going to go out and you're going to do something on your own that doesn't require them. You're going to be successful. And again, maybe that's going to change the entire family dynamic. Maybe they are afraid that things are going to change negatively. And they're not really supportive of you because they are fearful of what may change and the effect it may have on the family, it may have on your relationship, you may have on every aspect of the life you've built together. So don't immediately think they're being ugly. Maybe they are. But again, it's been my experience out of dealing with this sort of thing for 30 years or so that typically when the spouse or the significant other is not supportive, there's an underlying reason there that actually has very little to do with the business, but something else. And again, fear, doubt. If there's a doubt that maybe if you go off and create this whole nother career for yourself, you may leave them behind. Okay? I mean, we're human. Those are the kind of doubts that we have. I know it was always very interesting to me when someone would look at starting a business and they would go back to their buddies at work or their friends at work and talk about leaving the job to start a business. The most negative people were their friends. The people who knew them best and cared for them the most were actually the most negative when it came to supporting their new venture. And that can be attributed again to a lot of things. It is a change in the dynamic. They're afraid you are going to develop new skills and maybe outgrow them. It may be that they just didn't want you leaving your job because they would miss you. All right? So there's some change in the dynamic that does that. But it's really, I always found it really funny that the least supportive people were typically those that cared the most. And again, it was a fear that whatever change was coming because of the entrepreneur's efforts was going to negatively impact the group. So, I'm certainly no counselor. I'm certainly no Dr. Phil, but I can tell you this. You treat people how to treat you. Let me say that again without tripping over my teeth. You teach people how to treat you. And if someone is making these comments and they're making you feel bad, if they're making you feel guilty, and they're just really pissing you off, the absolute best thing you can do is sit them down and say, I kind of get the feeling that you're not entirely supportive of what I'm doing here, and I think we need to discuss that. You make these comments that you think are funny and you laugh them off, but they're actually very hurtful and they are making me feel guilty or they're making me feel bad about pursuing my dreams of being in real estate. And you just sit them down and you have that discussion. And I think you might find, if you have a frank, honest discussion, that the reason that they are doing this, again, is they are probably fearful that things are going to change. Or they may think that they're actually motivating you. I've seen that a lot too, where someone would say, well, you're just dabbling in this. You're not serious. You need to, pardon my French, piss or get off the pot, as my dad would say. And they may see themselves as motivating you, but that's motivation through negativity, which is not motivating to success. It's motivating to something completely different. So I think the key is you sit down with your significant other or your entire family and you say, look guys, I'm very serious about my career. I am doing the hard work. I'm putting in the time. I'm doing everything that I have to do to get my career going. But please understand that while I may be doing this for myself, I'm also doing it for you. I'm doing it for the family. I'm doing it so we can have more income, so we can be more comfortable, so you kids can go to college, so you don't have to work so hard. There is a positive spin that I think has to be discussed. So again, I'm not Dr. Phil. I don't do motivational speaking, but again, just based on my experience in dealing with this sort of thing for many, many years across all walks of life, there comes a time where you have to just sit down with that person and say, look, do you not want me doing this? You are not being supportive. I really need your help in this. Yeah, it may mean that I'm gone on the weekends, doing an open house, and you might have to step up, but that's just the way it's going to be. And that's the other thing. I mean, it may be that they don't want you going out and doing things because it means they have to pitch in, all right? Seen that happen many times as well. There are sometimes selfish motives for being negative towards someone who is trying to do something. But, at the end of the day, it's all up to you. Again, you teach people how to treat you. If you are allowing these comments, if you're allowing this treatment, it's not going to end. It's just going to keep on going, because what you are saying to them with your silence is, it's okay if you say these things and you carry on like this. So my advice to you is, if you are serious about building a career in real estate, understand that it is going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take money. That may be time away from the family. You might miss a couple of games. You might miss a couple of dinners. I can't tell you how many family dinners and outings that I have missed because of business, and I am blessed that I have a wife who has always been hyper supportive of everything I wanted to do. And I think that is where you have to get to. So, have that conversation. It doesn't have to be argumentative, doesn't have to be combative. It is just a frank conversation about your feelings and how you really would love their love and support as you start on this endeavor, because you are doing it for the family. You're also doing it for yourself, and you feel that this is the right thing to do. All right. So again, I'm not a counselor, but that's what I would do if I were in your shoes. If you ever want to talk about this sort of thing, my door is always open. Private conversations can be had. I'm more than willing to share my experience with you, my counsel. Again, I've dealt with a lot of entrepreneurs. I've dealt with a lot of business folks. I've been there, done that myself. Early on starting my career, I was gone a lot. I was working a lot. And there were times when it affected things. And Melissa let me know it. And that's okay. Because if my my efforts were inconveniencing her, or I was ignoring some family duty, well, she of course has the right to speak up. That's what this relationship thing is. It's all give and take. It's honesty. It's back and forth. But I truly feel that if your heart is in the right place and their heart is in the right place, that conversation can be had. And you might be surprised how supportive that person can become. All right, that's it. No real estate stuff today, just a little life lesson from your old Uncle Tim. So, all right, if I can do anything for you, again, if you'd like to chat, we've got a lot of folks here that would be more than happy. If you're not comfortable talking to me, Kim is available. Chelsea is always available. We've got a really great group of people here. We really are just a big family unit, and we all care about each other, and I promise you that you will get unlimited support from everything we do, and from yours truly here at Revolve. So, all right, that's it. Hopefully that was helpful. Again, if I can do anything for you, you know where I am. Come see me. I'll talk to you soon. All right.